What's your position in that moving forward?
So I love being in front of the camera. You know, I love being an entertainer, and I have a little bit of an ego, so I like being the center of attention. You know, that's just how I am. But I love directing. I found out that bossing people around is another one of my specialties. One of the movies I worked on last year called Success Camp, which actually works with juvenile delinquents. It's based on a true story. There's a camp in Jacksonville, Florida, that is run by this guy is a beast. I mean, he is a 20-year Navy veteran. His coworker is like a 30-year Marine veteran. And so these guys run this camp for these kids, and it is essentially their last chance before they are, you know, incarcerated. It's their last chance to turn their lives around. Wow. And I got to play the lead in that, a guy named Michael, who you may not like, which is the goal, you know. But it was a brutal shoot, 100-degree weather, middle of July in Florida, wearing jumpsuits, running around outside. But I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I got to direct a little bit of that, and so that's kind of where I caught the bug for it. Where I'm like, oh, this is fun. It was a blast working on that.
That is awesome, man. I love to hear your success and the things that you've been able to do. You know, one thing, when I met your mom, we had a conversation about homeschooling.
Yeah.
And I was shocked because I wasn't an advocate of homeschooling, but your mother convinced me that should be something that we look into, and I try to convince my wife all the time. And your mother wrote a book about it, didn't she?
Sure, like 5.
So she's an expert on homeschooling. Can you just give me your thoughts, man, about homeschooling and what was your upbringing? Because I don't know if you were homeschooled or not, but what was your upbringing and your thoughts on homeschooling kids?
So I'm going to homeschool my kids. Like I said earlier, I want to have 10. I want to have 2 basketball teams play 5-on-5 with each other. I want an army of Sorbo children. But I'm the biggest advocate of homeschooling. That is a product of homeschooling that you'll find. Right. You know, I was 2nd grade. My mom pulled me out when she realized school wasn't doing any favors for me and started homeschooling me. And the only reason it took her so long was because she thought she was incapable. And so nowadays, when she's talking to people, she goes, and you know, the parents will give an excuse like, "Oh, you know, I'm too busy. I don't have the time. I'm incapable of doing it." She goes, "So you want to send your kids into the same system that left you feeling incapable of teaching a 3rd grader math?"
Right.
And so that is my message. I speak a lot about homeschooling as well with her. Underground education is what she calls it, you know, because we saw with COVID a massive uptick in homeschooling. I think 5 million new families started doing it, and so it was really a blessing in disguise, you know, because people were finally understanding how terrible the schools are, both public and private, you know, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
I love that, man, to hear a young man speak like that, and obviously your parents did a really good job. But I think that more people need to understand that it's a viable option. Yeah. You can actually do it. There's resources. Because the alternative, and people always say this, they're like, well, I want to get my kid cultured. And it's like, what kind of social skills? Right. What kind of social skills do you want them to have? You know, fornicating and doing all these things that they learn in school that are counterproductive to their success. It's better for you to have them at home and you can teach them what they need to know. Because nowadays, you go to school and they want to teach you about CRT. They want to change your pronouns. I mean, it is just absolutely out of control. So I want to, I know that I'm coming up against the time, but I want to give you a chance to let everybody know what you're doing, how they can get involved in every aspect of what you're doing.
You want to learn about your code?
Find me everywhere online, just at Braden Sorbo, BRADEDEN, because my parents had to be unique, of course. They can find me everywhere online. They can go find the movie at leftbehindmovie.com. Go get your church, your congregation, everyone involved, because that is the only way we can keep making movies like this.
All right, and real quick, what is your message to the young people that are your age? You just turned 18. What is your
21.
message to 21, I'm sorry.
All good. I got a baby.
That was a Chandler that turned 18. You're 21. So what is your message to young people if you had to do it in about 30 seconds?
Message to young people within 30 seconds is don't be afraid of losing friends. Find a core group of people that are going to support you and uplift you and think like you, because that is what ultimately matters. I have 3 friend groups, or I have 3 friends. That's all I need. Because if I call one of them at 2 a.m. and say, hey man, I need help, I have a problem, they'll come and take a bullet for me, and I would do the same for them. You find that core group of friends, build your life foundation around supporting each other and growing, and everything else will fall into place. Thank God, obviously. Obviously.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Braden Sorbo. Ladies and gentlemen, go follow him, go support him. We're going to the break. Y'all hold the doggone phone. This is
Dennis Prager inviting you to join me for a memorable travel opportunity that will be a highlight of your life. Mike Gallagher and I are headed again back to Israel in October for the Stand with Israel tour. Join us along with our trusted partner, Inspiration Cruises and Tours. We'll visit key sites in the Holy Land, thoughtfully designed to give you unprecedented access to a region you may have only read about. Visit standwithisraeltour.com for details. We'll uncover important geopolitical sites and show you Israel's significance on the world stage. You'll step foot on the ancient streets of Jerusalem, sail the Sea of Galilee, pray at the Western Wall, and much more. We'll have guides specifically for our group, lavish accommodations, and I will even broadcast my show from Israel. No other trip will be like the Stand with Israel tour. Come with Mike Gallagher and me this October. Register today. Call 855-565-5519, 855-565-5519, or just go to standwithisraeltour.com, standwithisraeltour.com.
Doug Andrew here. I call my favorite financial vehicle the Laser Fund.
That was a stop.
Laser is an acronym that stands for Liquid Assets Safely Earning Returns. The Laser Fund eliminates the dangers of rising taxes, inflation, and market uncertainty. You know, losing money when the stock market goes down is unacceptable to me. Learn how I protect myself when that happens. I want you to have a free copy of my latest best-selling book, The Laser Fund, How to Diversify and Create the Foundation for a Tax-Free Retirement. Especially if you have money trapped in an IRA or 401k, learn what you can do better. Call now to claim your free copy. I'll send out a copy via over the shipping. Simply call 925-430-7878. That's 925-430-7878. Call 925-430-7878.
TV news. It's a love-hate relationship. Well, let's be honest. More hate. We agree. That's why we're different. Salem News Channel has assembled the greatest collection of conservative minds all in one place. Home to Charlie Kirk, Hugh Hewitt, Eric Metaxas, and more. There's finally a place on TV for lovers of freedom like you. Watch anytime, on any screen. Free, 24/7. Find what you're looking for at snc.tv. That's snc.tv.
Are you earning money on your checking account? Provident Credit Union believes you should be earning on all your accounts. Provident offers a dividend-earning checking account called Super Reward Checking. With a Super Reward Checking account, you can earn 1.26% annual percentage yield on your account balance. That's 1.26% with no monthly or annual fees. Start earning money today. Visit providentcu.org. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rate effective October 18th, 2022. May change at any time. Other terms and conditions apply.
I'm a former CIA officer and best-selling author on safety and preparedness. The fact is, things are getting downright scary for everyone who's storing their wealth in the banks. We just saw the collapse of 3 major banks, and I would urge you to consider protecting your wealth ASAP. If even a tiny percentage of Americans attempt to withdraw their savings, we would see a collapse of the entire banking system, sending us into a modern-day Great Depression. Fortunately, there is a way for you to avoid this. It starts with contacting Advantage Gold. If you have an IRA or 401k, Advantage Gold can help convert those paper assets into physical gold and silver. This is the process that I recommend everybody use as a hedge against rapid inflation and to protect your retirement wealth from the banks. Take control of your financial safety today. Call 800-900-8000 to get your free gold investment kit from Advantage Gold. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing. Call 800-900-8000.
Santa Claus, go straight.
The best of the Officer Tatum
Get
Show.
that door in here. Go straight to the ghetto.
We shall overcome. The Officer Tatum Show.
Straight to
Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, welcome back to the Officer Tatum Show. I got Steven Maga Hawk with me today, my brother from another mother. See, I tell you what, some of y'all on the radio probably can't see, but I mean, we're pushing like 400 pounds up in here.
Oh, yes, indeed. At least.
Together, we about 400, 500.
Oh, that's, yeah, at least.
So y'all don't want to mess around.
No, you don't.
So, Steven, man, listen, you know, our family is an admirer of you. You just got married. What a wonderful thing. I wish I could have made it to your wedding, but my flight got delayed and I had to do all this other stuff. But my wife was there. How incredible is it for you to be married, to have a wife, and kind of exercise the American dream, or even what we should be as men and what we should strive to achieve? How does it feel being married?
It feels beautiful. It's an absolute wonderful thing. And it's funny because I always say that when it comes to the left, they can't stand the idea of marriage. They can't stand the idea of a couple or being together. They just want to watch pornography all day long. Is what they want to do. But when it comes to us on the right, we want to procreate. We want to find that one that we're going to spend the rest of our daggone lives with, and procreate and be fruitful and multiply. See, now that's the beauty of what it is that we do. But of course, the left, they want to indoctrinate our children. They don't want to procreate. They just rather indoctrinate. So we're going to go ahead and breed the left out. That's what we're going to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm all with it. Being a wife had a little baby, and I feel like, personally, I feel like I wish that I was younger so I could have 10, 15 kids. Because back in the day, that's what they used to do. And then you have a lot more access to help your children become the best versions of themselves, adding value to people who are going to walk this earth. Good people need to have more kids. Because the bad one got 15 kids, got 15 baby daddies, and they're putting out people in the world that people got to then show up and fit.
Yes.
But I want to talk to you about conservatism. Come on. Because you are conservative, and not only are you a conservative, you're a man of God.
Yes, sir.
How important do you think it is to have a society of men who are unashamed about worshiping God, praising God, and being godly men?
Well, we need that. Societies rise and societies fall on the backs of men, right? So if you have a bunch of weak men, if you have a bunch of sissified Tweety birds out there, you're going to see society fall, and it's going to devolve in such grand fashion as you see when it comes to the United States of America right this second. But when you have a bunch of strong, godly, purposeful, purpose-driven men, you see society rise, you see society flourish. That's what you saw when it comes to our founding fathers, right? They stood on the courage of their conviction when they came to the United States of America. They stood on the precepts that the Bible said for us, right? They stood on God, right? All throughout all the founding documents, from the rooter to the tutor, they invoked God, right? So we need to get back to that. At that point in time, society was flourishing. It was growing. The United States of America was growing. But now we're devolving because we're removing ourselves from God. We're moving God out of church. We're taking God even out of church. I've seen some of these woke churches praising themselves, praising their lifestyle as opposed to praising God. It is unbelievable. So we need strong, resolute, purpose-driven men if we wish to get our country back on track. And that's what I truly believe from the bottom of my heart, that I don't know if we're going to ever get back to that point at this point in time, because we're so satanic, we're so Luciferian-driven. Come on now, it's absolutely despicable, but that's what we need to get ourselves back on track.
And I want to give a big amen and amen, and you can put the offering in the offering plate and virtually pass it around, because I feel like you're preaching right there. And I do feel like it's up to Christian men to step up and not be cowering at the church, at the pulpit. Because, sometimes pastors get up there and they're afraid to tell the truth because they don't want to lose the congregation. And last time, ready to tell the truth, and a lot of people walked away from him, but I don't hear him pouting and getting upset about it. He told you the truth, give you an opportunity to be saved. And if you choose to do something different, that's on you. Jesus died for his conviction.
Come on now.
I don't know how many men today are willing to die for their convictions. I mean, some people aren't even they're not willing to be inconvenienced for their convictions. So I think it's incredibly important. I want to hear from you about being conservative. People can't see you.
SRN News, I'm Ron DeRockstra. Maryland lawmakers are heading into the last day of their 90-day legislative session, still having some loose ends to resolve before Monday's midnight adjournment. Lawmakers will be working to bridge some differences between the House and Senate on a bill to expand Maryland's commitment to offshore wind. India will soon eclipse China to become the world's most populous country, and its economy is among the fastest growing. But the number of Indian women in the workforce, already among the 20 lowest in the world, has been shrinking for years. King Charles III plans to take a shortcut and smoother ride to Westminster Abbey for his coronation next month, trimming the procession route that his mother took back in 1953. He's aiming for a more modest event that will include some rather modern touches.
DashCam, promo code half off. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch to the customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of a typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 888-SHARE-19. That's 888-SHARE-19.
When you take the time to really get to know your body, you find the truth. The older we get, the more exercise we undertake, and more injuries we sustain, the more inflammation our bodies suffer from. It's so simple. And my answer to that pain is Relief Factor, which I discovered years ago to take every single day to great effect. It helps the body to fight off inflammation, and I've never found anything that works better in my life. I can't recommend it enough. 70% of the more than 500,000 people who have tried Relief Factor end up ordering more. That's because it works for them the way it works for me. Isn't it time for you to get out of pain? Your first step to becoming pain-free should be to order the 3-week quick start for the discounted price of only $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF to find out more about this offer. Feel different. relieffactor.com.
Every 40 seconds, kids report missing. Find a Children provides educational material that teaches your kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs are very successful in bringing kids back home to their families. You can help protect our kids and bring the missing kids home safe by donating your unwanted car, truck, SUV, or van, running or not. We guarantee you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast free pickup, usually within 24 hours. Over 2,000 kids are reported missing every day. Call now to donate your vehicle. Donate now to bring these kids home safe.
Call 800-741-3155. 800-741-3155. 800-741-3155.
To your neighborhood, gonna read on it until it's understood. My rap's about to happen like an EU slapping on to you, the gas on the wood.
Say, the Officer Tatum Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, welcome back to the Officer Tatum Show. I got another brother in blue joining me, my man Mason, police officer in Arizona, and incredible man. And I'm still inspired. He's still holding his head down. I can't wait till he can retire. We sit on the couch together and play video games or something. But anyway, Mason, I mean, you have your finger on the pulse. I mean, you make incredible content. You talk about things on social media, and you've had all these conservative events. What's your take on policing in America? I want to hear your take, because everybody, they may agree with your take, but what is your solution? So I want to hear your take on policing in America, and then what is your solution